you must understand that too much of anything is good for nothing also, which is you can't do too much of something. Too much light will blind you, too much sun will make you deaf, too much of one food will be bad. So again, when you're eating, don't just because you like soda, don't just drink it all the time. I had one guy come to see me, he drinks 27 bottles of soda every day.
Oh.
You know, and he's on the verge of diabetes. But that's what's happening in America, that's what's causing the sickness, is that we eat or we do one thing so much. Do a variety. Don't eat so much cheese. You know, I know some people all they eat is cheese, pizza, cheese, and it's going to kill you. For that day alone, when you are looking at your life that day, get a part of each part of the universe in your body, because you are the universe. So you put some spices in the universe. If you put about 10 different spices in the universe, in your body, it helps the universe. So if you eat cheese, eat a piece of cheese, eat some rice, eat some wheat, eat some bread, some nuts, whatever, all different, little bit of everything, and salads and so on. So when it goes into your body, you are the universe. So you connect with the universe more, and your body works in harmony with the universe. So don't just eat chocolates for that day and says, okay, I finished eating for the day. I'm going to eat 20 chocolates or 10 chocolates. Don't eat that way, because if you eat that way, your prayer is never going to work. Prayer has to do with harmony in all things, balance. So if you eat a variety of things, your body will never get sick, your body will not be unbalanced. Right? There's nothing wrong with soda, there's nothing wrong with chocolate, there's nothing wrong with all of these things, but just a little piece. And balance it out in your body, then you'll see. Make sure you get some pepper in there, somewhere. Because that helps your body also. Pepper, what is so great about pepper? Right? And spicy food is that it actually energizes your cells and it helps your cells to avoid cancer and so on. Cancer cells develop when your cells are cold. So when you don't eat spicy food or pepper, your body cells become cold and then they develop cancer. So what do you think they do? They give you chemotherapy. Guess what chemotherapy is? It's heat. All this is heat. And it sends this chemotherapy heat to your cells to destroy those cancer cells. But pepper does the same thing. Creates heat. Ginger does the same thing. Creates heat. So now you use those things and you never have cancer. Right? And you yourself try it out. Just eat a little bit of everything and see how balanced you feel. It is so important because we are the processors of the universe. Everything is processed through us. The air, the food, and everything is processed through us. And when we eat, what does it do? It makes us write books, it makes us teach, it makes us talk to people, it makes us energy to speak, energy to sing, energy to express music. All of this whole stuff, all this food from the universe comes into us and processes and gets this into all this energy. So we become important in the universe. One person alone can change the whole universe. Right? So therefore, it's what you eat really, and how much you eat and how you eat that creates wealth and prosperity and everything. So if you want to have a lot of wealth, a lot of money, a lot of prosperity, watch what you eat. Because what you eat is going to determine what you have, what you connect with. So avoiding red meat helps you get more money. Avoiding black clothes does the energy. It doesn't make you broke. Right? Because why? Because light is what creates wealth. So when you avoid the light, you have more wealth, you have more money, things like that.
I missed the part about the red meat.
Red meat is really meat, when your baby drink milk, so you calf the cow. So when you eat red meat, you aren't eating yourself. So when you stop eating red meat, you actually are giving back to the universe. So then you get wealth and prosperity more. So you enjoy wealth and prosperity. So again, a variety of things is very important. Right? Now life code helps you to understand all of these things. So you must get your life code book and understand, or learn the life code. Right? I'm not just selling you a book. It's much more than that. I'm selling you your life. I'm a spiritual businessman. And a spiritual businessman, I take all your sadness as my payment, and I give you back happiness as your products. So that's what I do with the life code side. So you are buying happiness from me, and I'm taking in exchange your sadness and your questions. I will guarantee you that if you look back at your life, everything that you asked for happened. You move into a location and you say, I wish I could get out of this location, I wish I could get out of this location. But eventually that happens. Right? Or you meet a guy, or you meet a girl, and he says, after a while, he says, oh boy, this relationship is not working. He's so bad. I should leave him. And eventually, that happens. Or you come into a situation and says, I'm broke. Oh God, when are you going to bring me some money? God, when are you going to bring me some money? Right? And eventually you make that effort to go get that money, and the money comes. It's all because of your desire. You create that desire. Right? And your desire is created by what you eat sometimes. For example, if a person eats a lot of red meat, you know what kind of desire they would have. All lustful desires, all desires for violence, or all desires for... Most of the desire that comes out of that person will be a lot of negative or bad desires. If a person, for example, is eating only vegetarian food and pure food and things like that, his desires will be different. This is why I tell you not to eat red meat, or I put you in a fast and so on, because your desires become different. And your desire starts to change your life. So you have to remember that it is your desire that created it. Right? So obviously, if you have a pain in your back or your shoulders, you desire to cure the pain. So you go for medicine, you go for drugs. Right? And then, of course, over here, that drug creates a side effect, and then you go for another drug to stop the side effect, and you keep it going and so on. Right? Bored children who are bored want something to do, so they're looking for something to do. So they find a friend who takes drugs, marijuana, so they start to get into that. So it's your desire that creates it, right? And so how can you control the desires, or have the desires in control? And that's, you gotta watch what you eat and watch what you read. Reading is what inspires you, yes, and what you see, right? And that's how we create sales in America. We create by making you see it. Yeah, we got a new product, nobody buys it if they don't know about it. But as soon as somebody looks at it on TV, the whole country, the whole universe starts to buy it. Because that's what creates the universe. right? So everybody's on Facebook. It's because it was created by one guy, but look at that, it affected the whole universe. So therefore our desires what create all of these things. So if you control your desire by what you eat, what you see, what you wear, what you then you control the mind. And when you control the mind, then you can control your desires. Or you can control what you get, what you create in your life. So we are the creators. Each one of us is a creator in our life. So that's why reading is very important. You know, in the old days, poets were very popular. Now the poets are not so popular, right? Because nobody's into poems, right? But if a guy happens to write a little love poem and give a girl, she'll be happy. But nobody's into poems anymore because poems are words of inspiration that inspire your mind to create desires. Because when you read the poems, it creates desires. Right? And all the romance is gone because there's no poem now. Because the guys don't tell you to say anything nice to you like, oh, you're as beautiful as the moon or something. You know? They don't tell us. They say, when are you free? When can you come home to my apartment or my house? What happened to the romance anymore? No more romance. So we have lost all that because people are so much into other things. Right? And everyone is a connection. I think that the minute you connect with someone, it's a very deep connection. Because from that connection can come lots of other connections. And this is what happened because of Steve. We got the newspaper and so on. See how that has extended all the way to New York and so on. So the idea is that we don't realize that how important that person is. Each person is important in our life, even for a moment that you have met that person. So we have to realize that each time we meet someone, that person is a deity, is a devata. Right? I met Christine today. I think Christine, she's a 7, so she's a Shiva. So Shiva is the Lord of Time, you know. And of course, you have to learn how to control your time in life. You always have something to do. So. But each one of us is a deity, right? Tony is a Durga, so you know we have to know that okay, he's controlled by love and so on, by relationship, as his connection and so on. Right? So we meet someone like Angela, who's a 9, and we know that she's universal in her quest for knowledge and so on, for connection with other things. So everybody is a deity. So that's what the Hindus did.